What's up, everybody? My name is Ryan Thomas. You're tuning into the Thomas Take Sports Podcast live on Facebook, live on Twitter at Thomas Takeover, and live on YouTube on the Thomas Take Sports Podcast. And last but not least, GrandstandSportsNetwork.com. I was just posting the link to get people to join me on here. And part one of today's show wrapped up just moments ago, where I talked specifically about what the Bills could do with the 12th overall pick. What positions do I think they could go after with that selection? Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Bills fans, guys, gals out there that are all in downtown Buffalo at the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Stay safe. Don't drive home if you're drunk. Please don't. Don't be idiots. Get an Uber, get a Lyft, whatever you call it. Get a designated driver. Have your mom come pick you up. Whatever. Dad, brother, sister, aunt, cousin. Just don't drive. Don't drink and drive. So much senseless, drunk driver accidents that can be prevented with just a simple taxi call. Just call a taxi. Something. All right? So just to get that started, enjoy St. Patrick's Day. I know I enjoyed mine. I got my body armor in front of me, which is like the, quote-unquote, I wouldn't say hangover cure, but it's pretty close. Pretty close. Got potassium, vitamins, pretty solid sports drink. And I'm not getting an advertisement. But one site I want you guys to check out is linkyourfit.com. This is a site where you can personalize your workout regimens, based on what you eat throughout your day. Linkyourfit.com. Check it out. You will enjoy it. I'm looking to get back into shape. My days of being a slight wrestler are long gone. We'll just put it that way. The dad bod is decreasing, but it is still there. So go to linkyourfit.com. Check that out. One of the better sites out there that helps you lose weight and helps you get into shape. So with that being said, let's get to the topic of discussion. LeSean McCoy, the Lone Untradeable. And obviously, the word untradeable means do not trade him. I don't care if the dude's 29. I don't care if the dude's 39. Well, if he's 39, that's a different story. I don't care if the dude's 29, 30. There's some guys that you just don't trade. And LeSean McCoy is one of them. They say, meaning some of the Tyrod lovers out there, say, well, Tyrod got us into the playoffs. Not quite. Not quite. Was he the starting quarterback when they did make the playoffs? 100%. But the main reason why the Buffalo Bills made the playoffs was because of cut-on-dime 25, LeSean McCoy. Number 25, Shady McCoy, shaking bacon down the field throughout the entire season. So many games he came up clutch for the Buffalo Bills. Many games he was a clutch player for the Buffalo Bills. One that comes to mind, obviously the snow game. They're playing the Indianapolis Colts. It's one of the worst, days of the winter in Orchard Park. And playing in 6 inches of snow, something like that. And LeSean McCoy gets the game-winning touchdown. Runs down the sideline, boom, 40-yard touchdown, game over. In a low-scoring game where nobody could make a kick, nobody could do anything. Adam Vinatieri was missing field goals in the snow. You know it's snowy out there when Adam Vinatieri is missing field goals in the snow. So this guy, since he was acquired in a trade that was probably the only great move that, actually not probably, was the only great move that Doug Whaley made in his time here, did terrible outside of that. Atrociously bad outside of the LeSean McCoy trade. Kiko Alonso for LeSean McCoy. Wow, that's okay. I'll take that trade every day. Every day, all day, every time. Only great move Whaley made. One that he probably keeps McCoy's picture next to him in his bed in a picture frame. And when he wakes up in the morning, he's like, oh, well, at least I got you. And probably kisses it at night. All joking aside, This guy has been the Buffalo Bills the last 3 years. He really has. Outside of having that dimension on your offense, an elusive, just game-changing, playmaking running back that LeSean McCoy is, if we don't have that dimension on our offense, we don't make the playoffs last year. If we don't have that dimension on our offense the year before that, we're not relevant. We really aren't. We really wouldn't have been as an offense. So I've seen it out there. I've seen some tweets out there. People saying, well, maybe we could use McCoy to trade up and get the quarterback that we want. No. That's not good business. Taking away the quarterback's best friend, which would be his running back, and putting in who? Chris Ivory? Putting in who? It's not worth it. Not worth it. The Bills would definitely not go 9-7 if they had any other running back in there but LeSean, in my opinion, heading into 2018. If they were to try to... The goal is to try to surpass what you did the year before. And if Buffalo didn't have LeSean McCoy, they would have a very tough time doing that. A very tough time doing that, indeed. So, highly untradeable to me. I would not even consider it. There's some guys that you trade. There's some guys that you don't trade. And he's one of them. What a ripple effect that would have in the team if he was sent back and just randomly, the camaraderie with the veterans that's there, with McCoy, with Richie, with Kyle Williams, Jerry Hughes mixed in there. That camaraderie would be broken a little bit. And that's not what this team needs right now. This team needs young, great players, but with a mix of veterans. And I think that's what they had last year, which really helped, especially in their defense. Having young guys like Trey White in the secondary at corner, a rookie, but also having Micah Hyde, who's a vet, who's a pros pro, and Jordan Poyer, who's also a pros pro. That really helped Trey White. And having a running back, veteran running back, one of the best running backs of his era, a future Hall of Famer, and LeSean McCoy, being that shoulder for the rookie quarterback to lean on, or for any quarterback to lean on, is huge for this offense. You talk about what dimension he brings in the passing game. He's a huge asset. The Buffalo Bills want to win. He helps you do that. If the Buffalo Bills want to rebuild, he'd be traded already. And he's not. The Bills organization knows what he does for their team. They know what he does for their team. So I've really enjoyed watching him the last few years. I'm going to continue to enjoy watching him the next few years. And I think that this guy does not deserve to even be considered tradable. Untradeable by my standards. If I'm the GM, he's on my team until his contract runs out. That's just how some guys are tradable. Some guys are movable. But me personally, I think he's been a great ambassador for the team as far as on and off the field. He enjoys playing here. Initially, he was a little bit hesitant in his own words, but he became appreciated by the community, and that's really all he wanted. He just wanted to be accepted by a community. And his community in Philly was his home. He's leaving his home, Pennsylvania. He's a Penn guy, or Pittsburgh guy. Leaving his home, though, area from, Pittsburgh, Philly area, to come to Buffalo, where he had never been, maybe outside of an away game, where he was a member of the Philadelphia Eagles, maybe. If I can remember, I think there might have been one, but this guy's been one of the better running backs in the National Football League since he stepped in. And those are rare. Those players, those style of players, those caliber of players are very rare. So for Buffalo to have a guy like that, it's a huge feather in their cap. And the majority of his money that made him a high-paid running back is pretty much paid. So he's on the back end of a deal. Why get rid of him now? And really, what would he net? If Tyrod Taylor netted the Browns a third who the hell knows what McCoy would net. Running backs are looked at differently once they're 30. Everyone knows that. Once they're 30, they're not as good. But McCoy, I believe, still has a lot in the tank and is probably the best 29-year-old running back that there's been in quite some time. So I think this guy's untradeable. I would not trade him. I think going into next season, he's going to be a huge part of their success once again, and the Buffalo Bills need to hold on to LeSean McCoy. I'm Ryan Thomas. It was the Thomas Take. Take care.